Now, if you thought that the ATF killing innocent civilians and children was a one-time thing, I'm here to set the record straight. Everyone has heard about the Waco siege and how the ATF killed dozens of innocent civilians. But today, we're going to talk about the prequel to Waco, Ruby Ridge. I'm Ben, and you're watching the Minuteman Moment. Before we hop into the video, be sure to like and comment so we can beat the algorithm together. Ruby Ridge is the name for the 11-day siege between the Weaver family and the federal government in Boundary County, Idaho, an extremely rural county on the border with Canada. The siege itself started because Randy Weaver allegedly sold a short-barreled shotgun to an ATF informant. What followed was a massive federal response after Randy Weaver did not appear for the court date. On August 21st, 1992, a team of U.S. Marshals were sent to do surveillance on the cabin. This team was later found by Sammy Weaver, Randy Weaver's 14-year-old son, and Kevin Harris, one of Randy Weaver's friends. A short firefight occurred, with one of the marshals being killed, as well as Sammy Weaver.
On Friday, August the 21st, in this small town, with loggers and one general store, 5 federal marshals went on to Randy Weaver's property. There was no sheriff. There were no white flags, no bullhorns, no sheriff, no papers. They went onto the property and proceeded to sneak up. One of the dogs, one of the Samuel's dogs, was alerted to this and started barking. The dog was shot by a marshal. As gunfire was apparently exchanged, but we know this, as Samuel turned to run back to his house, he was shot in the back through the spine, and he died instantly.
Nobody can murder a 14-year-old boy. Any adult in his right mind would never, ever agitate a 14-year-old boy into a mortal gunfight and justify it as right.
After the incident, U.S. Marshals called for additional reinforcements, including the FBI's hostage rescue team. Snipers were deployed and were given extremely loose rules of engagement.
They adopt a military rule of engagement. This is the enemy. You may kill them if they're armed. If they have a gun, you can and should use deadly force. That was actually the wording. You can and should use deadly force.
In fact, these rules were so loose that a 1996 Senate report detailing the tragedy at Ruby Ridge calls them virtual shoot-on-sight orders. This all came together when a sniper shot multiple times at the Weaver family, injuring Randy and Kevin, while also killing Vicky Weaver.
On August 22nd, 1992, completely without warning of any kind, an FBI sniper shot and killed my wife, Vicky. He was using a .308 caliber sniper rifle with a specially weighted barrel and a 10-power scope. He was using match-grade ammunition. He had years of training to kill.
They went out on Saturday because the dogs that were not shot began to alert again. This is Saturday morning. They went out, and Randy said to me that he went to the shed to say goodbye to his son. He said as he reached up with his right hand to unlatch the door to the shed, a bullet went through his arm and exited out his armpit. He said that he turned around and exclaimed to Kevin to get back into the house. As they were running back into the house, Vicky opened the door, was holding the baby in her arms, saying to come in, come in. Kevin was in the lead. As Kevin started to enter the house, a bullet struck Vicky in the head, doing massive damage to her head and killing her instantly. Randy said she dropped to the floor immediately, dead.
Randy Weaver was later found not guilty of all crimes, with the exception of the missed court date. He later filed a civil suit in which he and his surviving family won a massive settlement against the US government. So why are we talking about something that happened 3 decades ago? Well, because stopping the federal government from using these draconian laws against you is why we at GOA fight in Congress and the courts. The National Firearms Act, the Gun Control Act, and even the Cornyn-Murphy Compromise are all infringements on your Second Amendment right to protect yourself from tyranny. The federal government becoming more and more weaponized against gun owners, or militia violent extremists as they like to call us now. Now more than ever, it is important to hold the line against these rogue bureaucrats and maintain our right to bear arms. Thanks for watching. Be sure to subscribe to stay up to date with all of GOA's latest fights for your rights.